Okay, good. All right, so here's the deal. We have missed 22 phone calls since I basically finished the last video, and we've been prepping to do this video where I go live to answer questions for free. Let me get rid of that, and boom, here we go, little applause. So here's the bottom line. Here are the rules with basically getting free answers from me, Attorney Walter Hnot, throughout this process. Here's the bottom line. No story mode when you ask your question. Have your legal question ready. Use a fake name throughout the process. I can't give you perfect answers because obviously I don't know the full claim. I don't know the full legal situation. Also, please remember that you get about 5 to 7 minutes per call. We're going to do about 30 minutes. I do have a hearing at 8:30 a.m., 9:15 a.m., 10 a.m. So I need you to understand we're only doing 30 minutes. So let's get into it with the first callers and get right into it. Oh, yeah. The way you call in 407 279 1754. Again, 407 279 1754. Bottom line is this. I'm going to go ahead and begin the process. Here we go. Here is the first caller putting it on speaker. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Go ahead and just remember to go ahead and mute the computer on your end.
Hello?
Hi, you just got to go ahead and mute the TV or computer on your end. Yeah.
Okay. Walter.
Yes.
I love you so
Thank
much.
you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I have sent some contributions lately because that's how much I love you and what you got me through. Anyway, I was hoping to tell you how much I love you, but that's besides the point. Could you please let people know how it can affect a person to lose a payee after like a decade? And I had my payee for over a decade, and then she retired, and I have been through hell and back.
Sure.
And back to hell just to get my pay. Because, I'm disabled. I went to jail. I went to a rubber room. I have been through hell and back. When you lose a payee, it's hell. It's hell.
Yeah.
And I can't tell people enough that they need to do what Walter says when there's certain forms and files and all kinds of crap. But yeah, and it hurts. It hurt bad. It hurt bad this time. But I did get affordable housing, and I did move, and I have 2 kitty cats or whatever. But all of that doesn't matter because I have been through hell losing my payee.
Yeah. Well, so real quick, when people lose their payee, the smoothness of receiving their benefits and distributing them properly, payees do a lot of bill paying. They kind of organize things with things that need to be repaired, set up scheduled payments for any health insurance things that might be needed. So when they lose one, it can be a massive difficulty. What was the thing that you would say most injured your daily activities as a result of not having the payee and having to switch to a different one?
I couldn't sleep, and then because the anxiety came in, and I couldn't eat, and oh my goodness, the thing that hurt the most is when the bill didn't get paid for communication.
Sure.
And because I couldn't pay the phone, and so therefore they cut it off and they turned back on, and it was just the matter of the move because I had to move at the time that I lost the payee.
Yeah.
So when the payee was gone and I had to move at the very same time, oh my goodness, because she retired and the program that she was going through was going away. I just couldn't pay the bill, and when I couldn't communicate, even with 911, I couldn't even communicate with 911. I was fit to be tied, and oh my goodness! And tell the princess that I love her dearly. But if you can help somebody, maybe with that process of moving losing a payee to becoming your own payee.
Yeah.
Like I did. I got had to get a bank account and all that other fucking crap. I mean, freaking crap.
There you go. Yeah.
And it was hell. It was hell.
Yeah. Ugh, not fun. Not fun at all. I would say this,
I love you. And you're awesome. And listening to you helped me. And because, like, if I write things down when I either hear it or read it, I'm okay. But I almost couldn't feed a kitty cat.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. I will work on a video. If you can email me later or shoot me a text later to work on that, I will work on that though. Yeah.
The greatest thing about not getting paid and then getting paid, because I even went to Walmart to cash my check, and they wouldn't cash my check because it was so much. Anyway, I ended up with my bank account or whatever, and I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, I have memory loss shit. But anyway, if you can do something about making sure that the payee gives you a allotted amount of time to find your own way. That's what I would like to hear for others.
Okay. Yeah. How they could structure things to make it better for the growth of you as the recipient and set things up so that you can kind of handle things on your own better. Yeah, for sure.
And that's, I really would love to get into my own like groove or whatever, but how does Dobie Gray say it? The music made it through.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I love you, Walter.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So
I'll send you another contribution as soon as I can.
No worries. Yeah. But all right, well, I'll make up a video and get it rolling and get it together, but I will catch you later. Sleep well, and we'll rock and roll from there,
Always rock and roll.
Indeed. But sounds good, and we'll catch up from there, Yeah. Excellent. Perfect. You got it. I'll catch you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. She's right. That's a really, really good point about the payees and how incredibly important a good payee is, because I've seen people be absolutely miserable with not a good payee. But hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Ricky. I just first wanted to thank you that my mom got approved for survivor's benefits.
Excellent.
This happened about a couple months ago, so very happy about that. We've watched your videos since probably the start of the pandemic. So what is that?
Oh, good.
2020?
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough.
Absolutely.
So my next question was that my mom has been with her partner for a few years right now. She lives with me. I'm the one who's taking care of her. My question is, just when they do move in with each other, right after when they move in with each other, I guess my question is, because when she was on SSI, basically we would always have her that she pays her fair, which she does. She pays the bills, her portion of it for the electric and all the other stuff, and as well as rent. My question is, if she were to move in with her partner, would that see a reduction for her survivors? And correct me if I'm wrong with this one. If she marries at past 60, she would have to wait after 60 to still keep the survivor's benefits. Just want to make sure I have all her eggs in order before eggs in a basket, or whatever that saying is, to make sure that she has everything prepared, basically.
So
I don't want her to lose the survivor's benefits.
So real quick,
if she were to
she's SSI and survivor's benefits, correct?
Oh, she was SSI previously, and she just recently got approved for survivors.
Is she all survivors benefits, or is any part of it SSI?
That I don't know. It was previously SSI, but we got it basically at least from what we saw in the letters, was that she's paid. They basically adjusted it from the year that she was approved. They got her a year back pay, so they just adjusted it from SSI to being the survivors benefits wage, basically.
Okay. So yeah, there's the 50-60 rule. If they get married after 50 and they're disabled, or 60 in general, they get to keep their survivors benefits. So, there's the 50-60 rule there. If she has no SSI, then the traditional resource limit rule is no longer applicable to her. If she is on SSI, there are restrictions, and they're going to deem his income at that point. So, I mean, is he earning money right now or not really?
Not really, though. But I have a question, though, because she's right now, from everything that we got from the Social Security office, it said that she's on survivors. Will his wage, if they were to move in with each other, would that be I was reading something that if they're acting like a marriage, that they will treat it like a marriage, basically, so they'll adjust her survivors benefits accordingly, or is that not really applicable?
Well, I mean, so with survivors benefits, see, like the thing I'm kind of worried about is like, okay, so assuming that she's not on SSI, because we're just going to assume that she's not, because if she is, she walks into a whole bundle of issues. So just assuming no SSI, no Title 16, no supplemental security income, that's purely just survivors benefits. So, okay, let me ask you this. Like, I'm trying to think if there's any other programs that are going to, and you're sure it's just survivors benefits. There's no additionals. There's no SSDI attachment. It's just survivors, right?
Yes, because she was declined. They had declined her for disability, but they got her. She was approved for survivors. That's what the Social Security app was mentioning.
Okay. So for the most part, kind of the bottom line is, the new spouse, and we're talking about not her working, but her new spouse's income is not usually going to affect the benefits. Now, obviously, if the new spouse passes away and they made a whole bunch of money, then you could look at the potential of attaching to the new spouse, but then of course you have to meet the new elemental requirements. But no, if he's working and earning, it should not affect the benefits going forward, so long as she follows the 50-60 rule elements. Yeah.
Okay. And if she were to get married, she would have to wait past 60? I just want to make sure if that one's clear. I don't want her to accidentally lose the survivor's benefits if she were to get married. Like, for example, she's 58 right now, so it would just be 2 years?
So yeah, so there's a bunch of rules, like little caveat rules, so you got to look them up. But basically, if she's disabled, she can remarry at 50 plus, but there's little caveat rules. If she is, which she is, so you got to look at the caveat rules. But if she is 60 plus, the little caveat rules don't apply. So the safest thing is just wait until basically 60 to make sure there's not going to be any issues there. Yeah. And, she's got to make sure she doesn't live with this person, right?
No, she lives with me right now. I'm pretty much her caretaker also.
I mean, and this is a boyfriend that's likely to lead to husband?
Yes. Yes, they've been dating for 8 years now, yeah. But they don't live with each other.
How's that been going?
He comes and visits, basically.
Okay. All right. I mean, assuming everything's wonderful, then yeah, it should be fine. But, once they start living together, one of them might drive the other one crazy. You know how that is. Does she stay over there with the person for a month at a time or not really?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So then they know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it should be fine. Then it should be good to go. But safest thing is wait to 60. But otherwise, you're gonna have to go through all little age 50 requirements and make sure she doesn't fall foul to them. Is he likely to stop working and going on SSDI benefits or retirement benefits anytime soon?
It would most likely be retirement. Yes.
Okay. Like how close to retirement?
I think he, if I remember correctly, it would be like with probably another like 2 to 3 years, is what I think he mentioned.
Okay. So should be okay. I mean, honestly, I don't think this is going to be a lot of issues there, but should be okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because my main concern was just because I've seen a bunch of your videos previously about the paying back pay or like them for Social Security. Like, say, for example, if she would have got married at the 60-year mark and them adjusting it and us being caught with like an overpayment or something. I just want to make sure that I have this everything set up for my mother that she won't be hit with something like that, like blindsided.
Yeah. I mean, you never like I don't know the full background on this thing, but from what I've been told, looks okay. Safest would be 60, but of course she's disabled. So it should be okay. But again, like I would need to know all the details. Yeah. Yeah. So
okay. I really appreciate it, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely, good, sir. Yeah, you have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
You too now. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. I went a little bit over on that call with the time. So we're at 16 minutes. Let me just take a few more calls real quick. Hold on, let me get this thing like this. We've got here we go. Next caller. Speaker's on. And hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if this falls within your desired parameters for questions, but I'll just try to be quick. Is there any kind of watchdog or agency that protects the disabled from being persecuted and just unjustly charged with false charges and dragged into court over and over and over? Isn't there some kind of agency that looks out for the disabled rights civil rights being violated just over and over?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends.
The public defender.
I mean, it depends on the situation, but to be honest with you, like, yeah, I mean, all right, give me a summary as to like what's going. Like, is somebody like targeting you or?
Yes. My older brother, he's abused me since the age of 1. The family joke was that when I was 1 and he was 3 years older than me, he put me on a doghouse that was over 5 feet high and made me put a plank out and made me walk the plank. And when I got to the end, he stepped off and I landed on my head and my ears bled for a week. My mother took me to the emergency room 3 days in a row because my ears were bleeding. That was considered a cute little story, kind of like the family joke. It was made known to me my whole life. And then all he's ever done is made fun of me, put me down, and physically assaulted me. A couple of years ago, I tried to talk to him about a house that's in disrepair that we co-own, and he actually punched me in my throat and was choking the breath out of me until I broke away. My mistake was not having him arrested. I just didn't have him arrested because he has a really good job, I guess. He's an armed IRS agent. But I tried to talk to him again a year later, and it was just a simple verbal dispute. I tried to reason with the man, and all he did was just make fun of me and laugh at me. And then I saw him in town, and he was letting my mother out at the hair salon, and she recently died under extremely suspicious circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to help her. He parked on a hill she was catastrophically crippled from an unexplainable neck injury that she'd never received medical treatment for.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended her life. And he was letting her out on the low side of a hill. I mean, he could have backed in where if she did fall back, she would have fell into the vehicle. No, he drove straight in to where if she falls, she's going to roll down into traffic. I stopped just to help her, but it was too late. She had already got out, closed the door. So he rolled his window down. I tried to talk to him again. He backed across the street into the parking lot of a restaurant and rolled his window down. If he had rolled his window up, I would have left. But he was acting like he was, going to hear me out. And he ran to the police and got a restraining order. A couple weeks ago, after a year went by, the judge said initially, after a year goes by, it'll be dismissed if there's no violations. There was no violations. Instead of dismissing it, they changed it from restraining order to criminal assault. I've been to court 5 times for this, and last time they reset it again for the 6th time, and they have moved it to another city. I am afraid for my life. I believe they're going to get me in another city and then justly incarcerate me and kill me in the jail. I've survived police brutality that put me on disability, got a cop fired for life. I am in fear of my life. Is there somebody that can help me out? I emailed the Institute for Justice the other night. They have a form I filled out in detail, and I'm not really any hopes of hearing back from them. They probably have such a huge caseload. This is my life. This is my life. It sounds like
it sounds like you got charges against you. You're trying to create charges against him. It sounds like
I don't want to create charges against him. I just want it to be over with. I didn't do anything. He's completely lying about what happened. He's saying that when he was parked he was blocking the restaurant and blocking the road. I couldn't move, and he wouldn't roll his window up. He was like he was going to hear me out. And I kept telling him, back up. I'll buy you lunch. While Mom's in the salon, can't we talk about this? I'll buy you lunch. He's probably worth who knows how much. But I will buy him lunch. Back up. I'll buy you lunch. He went to the police and said that I was telling him I would F him up. A complete lie. He's been to probably 50 or more rock and roll band concerts. I've never been to one. He obviously has impaired hearing. Like I said, the last time I tried to talk to him before that, I was punched in my throat and choked. And I should have had him arrested. Man, you're
going to need a criminal law attorney. That's basically what this comes down to. At this level, you'll need a criminal law attorney.
Yeah, they want $3,000 just for the initial representation. So if I would have got one before the last, which was the 5th appearance in court, if I would have paid the attorney that I talked to $3,000 to represent me, when it was the move to another court, that would have been my $3,000. He said I would have owed him more to further represent me. I don't have $10,000. My brother hired an attorney to represent him to pursue these false charges. He's paid his attorney enough money that it would fix the hole in my roof. He's trying to make me homeless. I don't know what he's trying to do. I'm afraid for my life.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought there was some agency out there somewhere that protected disabled people from getting kicked around like this.
Well,
He's abused me my whole life. He's the reason I wasn't successful with Green Beret. I would have been a Green Beret. There's no doubt about it. If not for the abuse I suffered as an defenseless infant. I survived shaken baby syndrome. When I was 2 years old, I kept waking up in a seizure, foaming at the mouth, and my eyes rolled back in my head. I have a photographic memory. I remember everything. And I finally, after probably 15 or 20 times, while my eyes were going back, it was the same time every day. He must have been getting home from kindergarten. The first thing he'd do is try to kill me. But same time every day. And the last time it happened, I saw him running away while my eyes were
real
back.
quick, I know, man, but I gotta.
I played possum the next day and put a stop to it.
So here's basically, let me just jump in. Here's basically the thing. There are various, disability right education, disability right defense funds, advocacy groups, stuff like that are out there.
Yeah.
I'm worried that there might be more to this story as to what you might have done, he might have done. So
I didn't do anything.
So I know, but everybody always tells me that. I didn't do anything.
I've 15 murder attempts. The
So-
execution is the 14th.
So I'm going to go ahead. I got to take the next caller because we're at 7 minutes. We're past 7 minutes, but you need to look up specifically disability right education funds, disability advocacy, special, legal advocacy funds, because you're going to need crim law assistance at this point. Like you're going to need one. So,
I'm afraid for my life, sir.
well, you need to then start finding these funds that basically can help fund getting you a crim law attorney to go ahead and work on your case. Because
Disability advocacy.
so I'm going to go to the
Right.
next caller though, but you got to work on that and find a crim law attorney that can work and advocate for you on behalf of this. Because if your brother's coming after you, he's got something against you, whether he lied or not. He's got something. So
He didn't want a brother.
Yeah.
He's deranged, and I'm pretty sure he wanted a sister. And thank God it was me. That's all I can say about that.
sure,
I believe you can understand what I'm saying.
sure.
But
So-
I've lived through over 15 murder attempts in a little
So-
town in Tennessee. With the word "bloody" set before the county name. The history of the town is so violent they call it bloody. And then now the name. But
So
yeah, I've
what
lived
I'm,
through over.
yeah.
He's on the list 5 times.
So what I'm
I
gonna,
lived through
yeah.
six-
So hey,
I lived through 5
real
murder
quick, hey,
attempts while I
real
was
quick,
6
real
years
quick.
old.
So hey, I gotta go to the next caller. I know because
Yeah, I'm sorry.
you're gonna keep going, but I'll catch you
Yeah.
later. But you have a wonderful night, okay?
I'm sorry for wasting your time, but what did you say again?
They have
Disability advocacy.
disability legal advocacy funds that help fund criminal law attorneys to help individuals.
I'll do that
So-
immediately.
All right, perfect, sir. I'll catch you later. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, okay?
Thank you, Walter.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we're going to take one more caller. We're at 26 minutes. And then I'm going to go to bed because I got to literally, it's 1:07 a.m. I have to wake up actually, I have to wake up in 6.5 hours. So one more caller. We're going to count it down. Okay, here we go. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hey, Walter. You know me. I'm the keeper of rabbits.
Sure. Howdy.
I have an easy question for you since you mentioned it in the last 2 videos. But as far as paying taxes, something I haven't heard you cover or mention lately is for the SSI or primarily SSDI recipients, where would you start being liable for federal income taxes?
Like, do you mean from income you've earned, or do you mean like from past years? Like, give me some. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I should have been more specific. As far as your SSDI check, at some point it becomes taxable. Some portion of it. Is my understanding.
So again, with tax stuff, I always say, go find a tax accountant, a tax attorney, stuff like that, because it's not my groove, it's not my thing, it's not my yada yada. But basically there's certain amounts that you have to kind of keep in mind. And remember, if you're under 65 or over 65, it makes a difference. So if you're under 65, it's like 14,600. Over 65 is like 16,550. Married filing jointly, it is like, it's like double. It's like 2,900, 200. If you're under 65, and then you have basically like widowers are a different amount, head of households a different amount, stuff like that. But the point is, let's just say it's a single SSIer, you're looking at like $14,600 of earnings. But if you got $14,600 worth of earnings, keep in mind, if you look at the calculator, right, and you take $14,600 worth of earnings, you divide that by 12, you're at $1,216.66 a month, which means that they would take away from your SSI benefits each month a total of $608.33 each month, meaning that your SSI would be reduced down to like less, or around $300 each month from the earnings you had actually created. So for SSI people this wouldn't be realistic. SSDI people, this would be more realistic. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just sorry. I mean, the amount you have to make before you become liable for federal income taxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 14,000 you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'd be well above that. Okay. Good. Well, not good, I guess. I mean, as far as SSDI won't do withholding for you, will they?
Will SSDI do withholding for you? Well, no. Social Security doesn't withhold. No, because they just pay out the benefit amount. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you better have a cash account if you make very much in SSDI payments.
Yeah. I mean, you got, if you're making money, then you're making money. Then
Cool. All right. Well, that answers that, Walter. Thanks a lot for your time, and get some sleep.
Thank you, good sir. I'll catch you later. You have a wonderful night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That concludes the show for tonight. I went way too long on the first caller. Sorry about that, guys. I will try and keep it down to 5-7 minutes per call. I will catch you all a little bit later. Please remember, if you have Medicare, let them do a free tune-up on your Medicare. Give them a call at 339-226-6287, askchapter.org/disability. Also, please remember, if you need a private consultation, 30-minute or 60-minute, mini contract is below. I represent People for Disability Benefits as America's most America's most, I was going to say contacted, but I don't know if that's true. America's most viewed, subscribed to, and clicked on Disability Attorney. With that said, I will catch you maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. But I do have a hearing at 8:30, 9:15, and 10. That's like my morning spot. So I will catch you later. You have a wonderful night, and we will go from there. Attorney Walter Hnot, thanks so much. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.